One of the things I like the most about this game are the surprises that you get, whether it's been hinted at or it just drops out of nowhere. And it seems this week we may get one of those, but I'm gonna just switch quickly to something that I don't like, and that are these bronze and silvers giants. You know, the ones that take like no time at all to complete and you miss it because you've been asleep. I mean, come on man, give me a chance. I'm gonna do a Peter Griffin and say it really grinds my gears.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Is me forgetting to claim rewards on videos for you guys. This is my PCC rewards, which yes,
About a week ago.
Come on, JB, what are we doing? Number 357, Liv Morgan. We're going to claim it. Should be a particularly powerful card, but as of Wednesday this week, it may not mean much. And that is because SummerSlam might be dropping the week I thought it wouldn't be from the start. My whole tier predictions of when things are going to drop or when things aren't going to drop has been not just a roller coaster ride, but we've jumped from roller coasters onto merry-go-rounds, onto teacup rides, to seesaws. The guys at SuperCard and Cat Daddy have really kept us on our toes. Now, SummerSlam itself is like 3 weeks away, so this may not be the case, but we have the biggest hint so far, thanks to 2 reasons. Whilst I go to the blog, I'm going to ask you in the comments down below, how many giants were you able to join in on the beatdown? How many packs will you be getting when the new tier arrives? So drop those in the comments, and I'm going to tell you now, hold these rewards when you get them. Do not open these. These will have rarity draft picks you can use. Sometimes the rewards even update and can sometimes feature cards that are pullable off the board, such as summer events or spring events, etc. Also, it'd be incredible if you could drop a like on the video. It actually takes 2 seconds and it's completely free of charge. I mean, who wouldn't do something that's free? You can even change your mind if you want to. Back to, however, this blog post that dropped on Friday. This wasn't the only thing that dropped. There's more coming up. We got 3 dreaded question marks and a SuperCard update. SuperCard updates and question marks usually mean that something big is happening. I don't actually remember the last time we had 3 question marks and it wasn't a brand new rarity. But what makes this confusing is that we've had the event card for a certain Finn Balor this week, and the schedule means that this week's ring domination will also be for Finn Balor. So how are they going to go about that? I have my own theories, and I'd welcome any of yours in the comments down below. But at the moment, it looks very likely that we are going to be seeing whatever they've got planned fleshed out this week. We could even see the update as early as today. There was also no weekly update from the community manager, and that usually only happens when there's something that they can't talk about, because if they did, then, well, I guess it would spoil the surprise. So if it isn't a new rarity, what is it gonna be? Well, it could be a special announcement of new cards coming up. It could be a special set of SummerSlam based cards that are being rolled out to appease people, whilst the next couple of weeks lead us into SummerSlam. But what if it is, and all the signs are correct, it is a new SummerSlam rarities dropping right now, and we do have the ring domination situation? The potential is we could go for something that happened a long time ago in season 4 and run with 2 event cards in the same event. So Finn Balor would be the Enigma undercard, and it would be a heroic version of Finn Balor, I'd guess, much like they did in campaign mode with the Tama Tonga heroic card that was available as a special reward. But doing it with an event card would be brand new, something that we've never seen before, a surprise if you would. You'd then have the other event card go on top of that, or maybe they just drop a regular SummerSlam card and have it as a run-up to the new rarity. So if this does happen, what about this flash event? Well, it has happened in the past. So we've had a flash event to speed up a process. Maybe there's a new mode dropping, or they want a specific mode for the weekend of SummerSlam. For example, a ranked event like PCC, run that again. Or it could be a new mode that they're preparing for and they just couldn't fit it in anywhere else. It could also be SummerSlam themed in general. We'll have more information in due course. I'm not going to predict anything. I'm just going off the fact, and everything that has been teased so far tells me that whatever it is, it's going to be big. But even bigger than SummerSlam will be Season 11, which we all know is going to be dropping at some point towards the end of the year. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to go, oh, Season 11 is like a mystery and I'm predicting it. No, we actually have stone cold confirmation that Season 11 is the thing. The game's not going anywhere, despite what some people say, because everyone likes to be a Doom merchant, that the game is in trouble because there's less people playing it, and that's not a lie. There are less people playing at the moment. The game's in a little bit of a lull period, shall we say. A bit of a drop in interest. And that's unfortunately is just due to Enigma tier in general. It's just not been that great. Don't get me wrong, it's had good moments, but I think all the things I said in this video pretty much sum up why people might not be fully invested in playing right now. Who knows, SummerSlam might be the ticket to come back. I'm gonna go ahead and get Liv Morgan fully prepared, ready for the new whatever the hell's gonna happen. Get her variant games done, and we have a fully leveled, souped up, overpowered lady. For the time being, I'm just going to go over and put one of the belts on her. Let's go for toughness and speed. And despite having no momentum and a weaker piece of equipment, she easily beats Lita without breaking a sweat. So as much as I like Liv Morgan and I really enjoy the storyline she's in at the moment, I'm going to go ahead and represent my boy John Cena. This is actually one of the coolest images in the game, this and the R-Truth one. So where is this Season 11 confirmation and where can I find it? Well, if you go to the news, you'll be able to go down to the very bottom and see a Season 10 survey. Now, this is a bit more updated and more targeted survey than in the past. For example, they targeted more of the pop culture events like RoboCop and Chucky and some of the other more interesting elements that have popped up over the last couple of years in the last survey. In this survey, they're asking for feedback on specific tiers like Crucible, Tundra. In fact, they include all the rarities and tiers in Season 10. So make sure you give Enigma and Tundra a big old fat thumbs down for me, because as much as I love the design, you can't deny that they've had their problems. Now, I'm just joking, you vote whatever you want. You might think Crucible was terrible, or Noir, or I don't know, Detention Tier. I mean, it was a bit mid. I mean, the idea of Detention Tier was great, but execution on those images, not so great. Well, in here, it asks players a very specific question. Will you be returning to SuperCard or continuing to play the game into Season 11, which I can imagine most people who are playing the game now probably say, well, yeah, of course. But I guess this is something they're going to be targeting to maybe returning players coming back in SummerSlam Rarity. In fact, there's a lot of questions that are designed and targeted to those who might have just returned. Please mean Twitch drops confirmed. I mean, the creators are kind of dying over here. Right now, that's it. I know that's kind of baity, but honestly, that's as most as we've got. It is confirmation it exists. So there you go. People are going to say, well, when is Season 11 going to drop? Well, listen, it happens at the same time every year. Don't expect it to be different. Mid-November is pretty much the date they always set, so don't expect it any earlier. But no, I've seen more surprises, but that's been nailed down since Season 3. The survey itself only takes 5 to 10 minutes and is found in the social, and then scroll down to upcoming. And hey, you might be able to help shape SuperCard going forward and stop a Tundra tier happening again. Seriously, I'm going to stop hating on Tundra. It wasn't that bad, just wasn't good. And you'll see the Season 11 question for yourself. And if you've made it this far into the video, find the secret word that I've hidden in the video, put it in your comments, and I'll give you a heart just for doing so, because I'm generous like that. I like giving people the love. Anyway, there's been a massive 2K24 update for my faction. You need to go check that out by pressing this button over here, or use this one to check out the last SuperCard video where I went over all the things that I don't really like about the game right now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.